and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the DP Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Pinto, and joining me today is my little brother, Carlos.
What's up again?
What's up, bro?
Fucking crossfaded boys.
Yeah, we smoked and drank a little bit before the podcast. But what's been good with you, man? What you been doing at work? You've been working a lot, putting tiles and painting and stuff.
Yeah, today I told you that I fucking jumped off of the fucking ladder today.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking like 10 feet, bro. That shit didn't even hurt though. I'm fine.
Cause it was you, but it happened because you were being stupid because you don't know how a ladder works, and the ladder wasn't leveled, is what you were telling me. And the guy was like, "Hey, you should just lean the ladder up against the wall." And I'm like, "Why the fuck weren't you doing that from the beginning?" I'm just like, you're like, I don't know how ladders work. I'm like, what the fuck? But I mean, everybody learns at their own pace, man.
I mean, he was watching me do it too. He never told me.
What?
Yeah, until then.
That's even, yeah, because you should have somebody watching you on the ladder, like holding it. But I mean, it doesn't seem like there's really that many regulations where you work.
No, not at all.
But what else is
doing it?
what else have you been doing there?
Fucking tile work, cutting tiles.
Yeah, you were telling me it's
with
really
the grinder or with the saw.
Mm-hmm. And you're telling me it's really satisfying when you pop it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then we make the thin set and the grout for it, or I make it too.
So how much property do you work on in a day?
In a day?
Yeah.
Like fucking, I don't know. I just work in 2 places.
But is it like a big property? Is it like one space? Is it
the apartment complex I do is really big?
Okay.
Yeah. It's like whole ass fucking 2nd floor, 3rd floor.
Oh, okay. How many rooms?
Like 1, 2, like 3.
3? Okay. Yeah, so you're doing a couple of rooms.
And then
they're like
hallways.
Studios and hallways.
Hallways and doors.
And you're just updating everything, making everything look nice.
Painting, fucking sanding everything down and painting it.
Okay.
Primer, paint, 2 coats of paint.
Damn, bro. So you've been doing
Spray
it.
painting the ceilings.
Are you still looking for a new job, or are you like, I'm cool here?
I like this shit.
Yeah, you
I
like it?
honestly.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
Everybody's telling me to find a new job, I mean, I'm looking, seeing what's coming up, But fucking,
yeah,
I really like working here, learning shit, even if I might get hurt.
Yeah, you're definitely a more of a work with your hands type person, like versus let me think it out.
Whenever I do something I've never done before, it kind of gets me high.
Oh, you like that dopamine rush of like learning something.
Yeah, learning something new is cool.
That's good, man. That's a good.
Especially when you're getting paid.
Yeah, that too. But eventually you're gonna learn everything. You're gonna be like, I'm tired of this, and move on to the next.
Honestly, it'd be cool to buy houses and fix them up, and then sell them for more.
That's a good idea.
That's really what I want to honestly learn to do. Like do everything on fixing a house.
Okay. Well, but talking about,
I know a little electrical too now.
Yeah.
I know how to twist the little cap off of the wiring, like it's either black or white,
Mm-hmm.
And then connecting which ones you need to back on with the cap to make the light turn back on.
Right. So just a little bit of electrical stuff, just kind of moving stuff around.
I learned that shit. Yeah, that shit's easy.
Mm-hmm. Just make sure you don't
shocked. You gotta be careful. I got shocked.
I was gonna say, you gotta wear gloves, and you gotta have the they have a tool that electricians use to check like in Mr. Shea in our woodshop class.
My boss has it, but you just gotta be smart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you can check that too.
Not let it touch. You gotta make sure you're tightening it on real good.
Yeah, electricians always check that shit. They don't fucking risk shocking themselves. They've done that shit too much. You could hurt yourself too.
Yeah, well, fuck it.
But
be cautious.
But talking
as much as you can.
Yeah.
But you gotta learn too. Shit happens and then you learn.
Mm-hmm. But talking about fucking investments and how you're talking about investing in a house and stuff, I know you invest a lot in the stock market. How do you think the stock market's doing and stuff? What's your positions? What's the stuff that you think's gonna be popping?
Shit.
What's your number one position? What's your thing?
Personally, I think people should just buy what they like.
Amen. Because this isn't financial advice. We're not financial advisors.
Just buy what you like and whatever you
have faith in.
Yeah, you have faith in, or you use a lot. If you go shopping somewhere a lot, maybe you want to buy their stock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you buy a lot of Microsoft products, like their phones and stuff, it's like, oh, maybe I want to invest in that.
But like for my portfolio is mainly a lot of Zoom, because I just really like Zoom. And then my second biggest position is Salesforce, because I really like Salesforce.
And why do you have so much Zoom?
So much Zoom.
Oh, you just like it.
Basically, I bought a lot, and then
But when did you buy it though?
Down. My first time buying it was at like 340, and then I bought more at 400, because it went all the way as high as like 470. But I didn't sell, and then and then it went down as low as like 300, and then I bought more at like 320. And right now it's at like 325 or some shit like that. I don't even know, 330.
Well, as Zoom upgrades their shit, the more people are gonna want to invest in it.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna sell. I fucking like Zoom.
Yeah,
I really like the CEO, Eric Yuan. He's like fucking, he's immigrated from China, fucking, he's an OG at WebEx and fucking.
That is the most
video chat, bro.
That is the most Wall Street bets investor shit I've ever heard. Like, why'd you do it? Yeah, I like this guy. Yeah, I like the stock. I really like the
CEO. Honestly,
seriously, so straight up, I like the stock shit.
He really cares about if the customer likes using the product. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is why they're upgrading their user interface.
Yeah. And fucking Salesforce. I mean, I like Mark Benioff, I know a guy who really doesn't like him, but I like him. And, there's some controversy around it, but I won't get into it. And then my third biggest holding is AMD. And I bought AMD because I'm like, graphic cards, chips, like that shit's never going to go away. Yeah. Everybody's going to mine Bitcoin, like,
Yeah, they're beating Intel. And Intel was kind of only one, but AMD's like, now if you get the higher end computer, like when you get the 16 gigabytes, they'll give you the AMD instead of the Intel because it'll run better.
Yeah, AMD's, and then the CEO, Lisa, I think that's her name.
I'm not sure what her name is.
I can't remember what her last name is, but it's a girl. It's a female CEO. And like ever since she became CEO, like shit's been on deck.
Yeah, it's been popping.
Yeah. And then my fourth biggest holding is, I think, Walmart.
Walmart?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really shop at Walmart that much, but it's a good stock.
Yeah, and they give you good dividends too.
Yeah, dividends. And then fifth, that was my fourth. My fifth is I think it's 3M. And they make like, face masks for like, I use them at work a lot too. Face mask for like when you're sanding shit or anything like dusty you're doing working, right? Or even for COVID, And then they make a lot of sandpaper too, and fucking the tape we use. They make a lot of shit, industrial shit for like work,
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I like 3M, and they pay dividend, and it's a good company. Fucking my sixth biggest one is I think it's eBay. eBay. I really like eBay because I sell on eBay a lot. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy their stock. And they pay dividend, and I don't sell any of my stock that I have.
And how have they been doing? I
bought it in January. This is the account I started. I'm not trying to sell.
But
last year I was buying and selling a lot. And then my last holding though is Waste Management, the trash company.
Right.
And I just
which is smart. I mean, that's what we're using.
Company.
That's what we're using here.
Yeah, I see that a lot around LA. In Bakersfield, I don't, but in LA,
that's what they use. That's what they use. Yeah, that's what we're paying. Like right now, like the electricity bill. Like when I pay the Waste Management, that's who it goes to. But how's your investing been going? Like, has it been pretty good for you? Has it been up and down? Because the thing is, when you're investing, there's something in Wall Street bets they talk about. It's called pay your hand, bitches, which is people who sell like when they start losing money.
Last year, I mean,
and you talked about losing money, but you held, which is good.
When I was 18, I started investing, and I made like a couple $100, like $800, and then I lost it all, and then I made like I lost it all actually, yeah, and I didn't make anything. And then after that, it just made me like real paranoid about the stock market. And then I got into gold and silver, and I was just only holding gold and silver for like a year, and it did pretty well for me. But once COVID happened,
did you get any equities though?
Huh?
Did you get any gold or silver equities?
No, I just held it. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's what they say. But fucking once COVID happened, I sold some because I lost my job and it was going up because of, the crisis. Everybody wanted it. And I think crypto was going down still though, but I don't know. And but I think it was like in May, I realized the market was like starting to go up and they were like just printing money. So I was like, I'm going to start buying and selling, like just trading. Like, I'll buy a stock, sell it maybe in 3 days, a week, 2, a month. I would not hold it for too long, just until I made a couple $100. Like once I saw I made like $400 or $5, I was like, that's cool. That's, almost a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's how I was thinking. And I never knew when COVID would get worse. So I always wanted to be cautious too, take my profits. And I made some good money, like for myself. Not too much, but just like a couple thousand.
Okay.
But everybody was making money unless you were bearish last year.
Yeah. And even this year you could make money.
This year, yeah, you can make money. It's a good market still.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about
it's
that
just
in a
different
second.
than last year. Last year was, you just knew what was going to do, what was like tech. You just knew tech was going to go crazy.
And you're in pretty safe
went.
stuff. I was actually watching a video today talking about how from 2012 to right now there's been like the market's increased like 480%. It's pretty crazy and it keeps going. And it seems like there could be a bubble.
I don't know. Might be the roaring 20s all over again too. Might go on for another 10 more years.
That's what they're saying.
Fuck up.
That's what they're saying is that we don't know. Like
there's a lot of construction happening around too.
No, there's going to be right now there's a lumber shortage. A lot of money
that was printed.
Well, there's a lumber shortage right now, but as soon as that's done with because of COVID and stuff, there's going to be way more houses, which is why the price of houses right now is going up so much. Not only because people are trying to buy them, but there aren't being any homes being built right now. Nope. So that just drives the price up too. That's just how
it is too. People just want to make money too. They buy it and shit and sell it.
Did someone knock on the door? Oh, okay.
I don't even know.
And so that's when it comes to the houses and stuff. But my portfolio is pretty diverse. It's just GME.
We got some Litecoin.
No. I mean for the stock market.
Oh.
And talking about that, there is heavy it's really interesting to be invested in GME because you get to see how much manipulation there is in the market, because you see GME hit 180 and bounce off of it constantly. It's hit 180 about 11 times now. In like a very short period of time, and it just keeps getting the shorts keep getting covered by the hedge funds, and it's crazy to see all the manipulations going on with that, because that shouldn't be happening. GME should be rocketing right now, but it's interesting to see. I don't want to go too in depth with that, but it makes me it's very like, for example, I invested in before I went all in GME. I went all in last week. Before that, I was investing in Nokia, which jumped up this week. I was investing in Microvision, which got heavily shorted, and that's where you saw a lot of manipulation too. But also a lot of people sold their position because they saw what was happening. But I bought in at like $12, and it skyrocketed up to 28, but I sold it at 22. And now it's like worth like 12 or something. I don't know, it went under $15.
It happens.
Yeah, within a week.
That's how the market. I've seen it a lot of times.
Yeah, and I've
been in them. Yeah. I've never been in the point where I lost a lot of money though.
No.
Except when I first started, I guess.
No,
I was doing stupid shit. I was trading penny stocks when I started losing money.
Oh, okay.
And I've never done it again.
Well, like MNMD, which is another stock I invested in, was a penny stock. That became an actual company.
Mind Medicine technically was a penny stock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you never know what something's going to turn into, or how much hype something has, or if it's actually going to deliver as a product, what's going to happen. Because when we looked at, when I was investing, right after Microvision, I invested in Mind Medicine. And what was interesting was the fact that, they had 0 employees, but their stock was already worth like $4, like more than what Nokia was worth, which I think Nokia is worth way more than what it is.
The company was worth like $1.5 billion.
Yeah. but they make
I
like
think they still
500
are.
million or something. They don't make, like, when you look at their returns for the year, they don't make anything. But the thing is, their product hasn't been FDA approved yet or anything, so they don't really have anything to give.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you got to look at all those things when you're looking at buying a stock, or if you want to invest your money and when to pull in or pull out, because maybe something looks promising at the time, but then maybe it turns out that what the product they're promising isn't delivering, which actually happens a lot. Like, Martin Shkreli became very rich off of shorting tech companies that were emerging, that were claiming these big things, but then it would come out like, oh, like they give you colon cancer or something. It's like, oh, well, now we can't sell it. So then the company goes, bottoms up. But that's just my position is just GME. I think it's going to take off to the moon. I think each share is going to go up to 10 million.
And then we got Litecoin.
And then going into crypto.
Litecoin's going up right now.
Crypto, yeah. So I'm pretty much, like, probably 80% of my portfolio is Litecoin. And then I have XLM, which hasn't done much, but I know it's going to pop off. I think it might go up to $20, according to my friend that I've been talking to and other sources that I've looked up. And then the other position I have is EOS, which I don't have a lot of, and I think I'm going to sell out of. I know that it can go up to about $20. Right now it's about $6.60 maybe. And I'm like, I know it can go up to $8 potentially when it starts running, but I'm like, I don't have that much, and I kind of need the money. Might as well keep it. And then I bought Dogecoin, and that's been steadily going up. Bought it at a good price, and it's already almost doubled. Oh no, actually no, it's gone up like 50% from where it was almost.
Yeah.
From where I bought it.
Wow.
Almost 50%.
That's quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was gonna go up steadily. As soon as it crashed down, I'm like, oh, it's gonna consolidate. It's just like I've looked at the GameStop graph so much that when I look at the freaking graph for Bitcoin and Litecoin, so I'm like, oh, this all looks the same. It all kind of follows, but it's very interesting because Dogecoin doesn't necessarily follow the other coins I look at, because whenever Litecoin goes up, my XLM and ETH and EOS also go up at the same time. But my Dogecoin will it'll go up after those coins go up, or it'll go down, before or after, but it's never at the same time. So right now, I see Dogecoin consolidating at the price it's at as of this recording, and I see it going to go up very high very soon, especially because Litecoin went up drastically. All these coins went up, and my Dogecoin hasn't popped off yet, so I'm sure it's going to pop off in a second, in my opinion. But anyways, what do you think, Carlos? What's your portfolio like? Let me know what's up.
Right now I think I'm down like a couple of percent on my stock account.
No. I mean with crypto. What's your
Crypto's
portfolio
just
and
Litecoin.
everything? Yeah, you're all in on Litecoin.
Mm-hmm. I used to own Bitcoin, but I sold it. Probably shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I was in it at a good price, I guess. IZG.
Yeah, you got it at a good price. I remember what you told me.
I got it at like 30,000.
Yeah.
But I know somebody who got it at 9,000. And I know somebody who says he bought it at fucking 200.
I know somebody that bought it at $50.
Really?
Yeah. And I know he bought acid that we used together, allegedly, on the Silk Road.
With it?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's crazy to think like $50 was like how much a Bitcoin was worth. What was that, like 2014, 2015? Yeah, it was like $50 worth of Bitcoin.
You guys were trading it, man. You guys were helping it grow,
Yeah.
It's a commodity.
It is what it is, man. It's a thing. But what's your speculation on, because you're so heavy on Litecoin, so you obviously think there's big gains involved with it. So what's your speculation on Litecoin? What do you think it's gonna hit? What do you think is going on with it?
My Litecoin speculation is, honestly, it should be 4 times less of the price of Bitcoin.
4 times less?
Yeah.
That sounds to me like what the price of Ethereum should be.
To me, that's what Litecoin should be.
I think Ethereum should be at 10K, which I think it will hit, and I think Litecoin should be at 1,400.
I don't know too much about crypto, but I don't really hear too much about people taking Litecoin or trading it.
Well, let's look at what Coinbase says about their holding time, which is 78 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's over 2 months
for Litecoin.
And it's number 4 on Coinbase to popularity. You have a market cap of 18.3 billion. You have a volume of 4 billion and a circulating supply of 66.8 million. Sorry. So there's still
84.
I don't see the max.
The max is 84.
It's 84. Okay. But it's very funny because there's not that much circulating considering how much the market cap is in the volume.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a lot of potential for it to grow.
It has 4 times the max supply of Bitcoin.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so it can go way up.
Mm-hmm.
But it just needs more demand.
Yep. And more people to trade it and accept it.
Well, the thing is, like, you sent me an article that somebody bought a 2000 rookie
of Tom Brady with 1.4 million worth of Litecoin.
And I mean, that means if they're accepting that, then I'm like, hey, whatever. I mean, I think at the time of the trade, it sounds to me like maybe Litecoin was maybe worth about 240 to 250, maybe.
Maybe.
So right now it's at 274, almost 275.
So that person's made money.
So the person who took the Litecoin already made $20 off of each coin they had.
Yeah, so they probably that 1.4 million. It's
probably
like 1.8, maybe 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to think, and that's just like how crypto is. It's very volatile. You never know how it's gonna go. But I think
Litecoin should be at least $1,000 already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, my experience
is crazy how it hasn't even passed its fucking 2017 high.
Oh, don't worry, bro. I think there's gonna be a huge bull run.
I bought in 2017 at the high.
Yeah.
Just about like at 350. I think it went as high as like 420.
Should have kept it.
I still kept it.
Oh yeah, you
sold it. I bought $100 worth. Got me like 0.27 worth of a Litecoin.
That's what's up.
That $100 worth would get you like fucking 0.3 today, 0.4.
Yeah, and I'm looking at EOS right now, and it's almost at the price that I bought it at. And that's the thing is, like, I just hold and I just wait because there's people who they get very scared when there's dips, because there was a dip in April 14th. In the middle of the month on crypto where everything just dropped. It was like right after Dogecoin hit like 44 cents, and you could tell that the market was going to crash, because as soon as that happened, everybody's like, well, now everybody starts putting in all this money, and then they make money, and then everybody starts pulling their money out because everybody's paper handed instead of holding like diamond handed.
Well, yeah, if you're going to buy something of a stock, you better be thinking long term. Like, you better have a plan already. Like, I'm going to hold this stock.
But most people don't think that way, Carlos.
And if and you can't sell, like, you have to put as much as you're willing to lose, like, because you're putting in money you're not going to have access to, you know? Mm-hmm. You don't want to sell it. Like, that's money you have to take out. Unless you really have to, but
here's the thing. Don't do this. Here's an example. I have a friend that we know that immediately got into crypto because Dogecoin was going up. So he's like, I'm going to day trade crypto. I'm like, you know nothing about the market. Dating on the stock market, day trading is already difficult. And that's from 9:30 Eastern time to 4 p.m. and you have a time window to work, which is still difficult, versus crypto runs 24 hours. So it's very difficult to trade. You don't know what's going to happen in the next minute. So it's better to hold than to day trade. So that's already one mistake. 2, he bought Dogecoin at its peak, or around its peak, which I'm assuming was around 44 cents, right? That was its peak. Let's say he bought it at 40 cents. And then it dropped down to 16 cents. That's like over 50% loss. And what did he do? He panicked and he sold and he lost his money. And you don't lose anything. Yeah, Carlos is shaking his head right now. You don't lose anything until you sell. It's all just paper until you sell. Then it becomes hard cold cash. Once you sell, you fucked yourself. Mm-hmm. If it's underneath what you did. Like, I went with EOS. I bought at the high because I bought in later because I got my paycheck. I'm like, I want to go in, and I'm like, hey, I went down, lost a lot of money on it, and I'm like, I almost am back to my investment, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck because I'm gonna hold and I can afford to hold. If you can't afford to hold, then you shouldn't be investing. But hey, I'm just a retarded ape. This isn't financial advice. I think that's a good place to end on, Carlos. What do you think?
I mean, fuck it, yeah. Crypto, buy. Just buy what you like. You know?
The thing is, people don't even know where to start or know what to look, and then they think.
Don't even be scared. If you see, all right. Here's one thing too: the price of a stock doesn't reflect its potential. Too.
Yeah, you gotta look at potential.
You could see a stock is fucking $300, and maybe it's good, but maybe it's overpriced. And then maybe you could see a stock that's $50 or $20, and maybe it's good, or maybe it's still overpriced.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You have to look at the market cap. You have to really, there's a lot to it, but if you just buy companies that, like Amazon, Walmart, fucking.
Yeah, look, here's a good analogy, Carlos.
Everybody knows you're not going to go wrong.
If you look at a brand new car and you say, that's what I want, that's a good investment. Maybe car's not a good idea because they always drop in value. But let's say there's a brand new car. I'm going to invest in that. It's going to depreciate in value, right? Or you look at an older car and you're like, oh, maybe it can fix it up. Just needs a couple little smidges because you see the potential. If you're the kind of person that says, I'd rather have the fixer-upper or the fixer-upper house and build up that potential, then you should be investing. If you're the kind of person that wants to go straight and just have face value, like, oh, there's the pretty girl, instead of like, or like, oh, there's the handsome guy that already dresses nice, instead of, oh, here's a guy that doesn't dress nice, but maybe I can just dress him nice, give him a nice haircut, and upgrade him because there's potential. If you're not the kind of person that works towards potential, then you shouldn't be investing. But I don't give a fuck. Like, also, you can just YOLO your fucking money. Like, YOLO your 401k into one stock. Who gives a fuck? And maybe you'll win a lot of money. Do a lot of option calls. That's how people become rich. YOLO your life savings on fucking Tesla calls. And maybe you'll be rich, or maybe you'll fucking lose it all. So I don't care. I just do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Anything to add?
Fuck, that's it.
That's it. That's been an investment episode, I guess. All right, man. This has been an episode of the DP podcast.
I might sell my Litecoin right now.
You're gonna sell it right now? You think it's gonna? You think it's gonna drop? You think it's gonna fucking?
I'm not gonna sell till it hits 1,000, maybe 2,003.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna sell when it goes 1,000. Yeah, GME I'll sell at 2 million though. That's the rules.
I don't know if it's gonna hit 2 million.
Nah, it's gonna hit 10 million.
10 million. Its market cap would be the biggest of the fucking every.
It's the mother of all short squeezes, baby. All right, peace out, boys.